Matches and Talking Review. Number 129.
Jeez. Yes.
Because we're the best around. And no one's ever going to keep us down. Raw was weird.
Oh, we're rolling with that?
I'm rolling with it.
Alright. It
wasn't bad, though.
No.
I enjoyed it.
It was...
Except for Roman Reigns winning clean.
It was...
And then my eyeballs felt grossed out when Titus O'Neil showed up.
I didn't even write that down. I wasn't going to talk about it. You're the one that mentioned it.
Well, that's as much as mention it's going to get.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Also, other than the fact that it was like, hey, Mark Henry, look at this awesome part of a movie you're in. Proceed to watch a scene of Mark Henry get beat up by a guy smaller than him.
Yeah. That happens.
Watch him get beat up by I, Frankenstein.
I prefer to remember him as Harvey Dent. Let's
He's tarnished that legacy.
let's just stick with Harvey Dent.
I'm sorry, Aaron Eckhart. But you've been trying real hard after Dark Knight, and you've been not doing as great.
What happened? Enzo decided to piss off Rusev again, tried to face him again.
Yeah, no, legit.
And then he got kicked in the ding-ding, and he beat Rusev.
Yeah, fuck.
Rusev lost to Enzo Amore.
Rusev machka'd him in the certified G's.
Okay.
It was a thing. Enzo has no one to blame but himself.
Yeah. But Cass keeps getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, Enzo didn't put himself in these situations.
It was Cass's fault.
Yeah, actually.
This
whole
whole
thing started with Cass.
This is the whole fucking thing. Big Cass's fault. Because Cass was the one that locked Enzo out of the locker room with no clothes on. And now it's garnered his best friend and tag team partner 2 ass kickings by the hands of the Bulgarian Brute, the greatest American hero of all time. In Machka we trust, Rusev. Can I get off my soapbox now?
I was going to ask if you wanted to suck Rusev's dick a little longer.
No, Lana's got that covered.
Oh, let's see.
Vote for Paige.
Weird. Sheamus and Cesaro like each other now.
Yeah, bar fights, bro.
After they apparently...
They sat there for about 2 minutes talking about how much they detest each other.
Yep.
And that equals liking each other. It's like the girl you have a crush on in 4th grade. Ooh, cooties.
But secretly, I want to kiss you.
Yeah.
It was a room, it was a fake room.
Yeah.
Or like fake half a room, filled with a bunch of dudes and Tessa Blanchard.
The bunch of dudes got in Cesaro and Sheamus' face.
Yep.
While they were trying to have a drink.
And then a fat guy got thrown through a wall.
Yeah, and you never get between an Irishman and his pint of Guinness.
Even if they are pre-poured off screen to make it look like you're cooler than you actually are.
That was at the end.
Good try, Sheamus.
And
Cesaro didn't even drink it.
No.
Cesaro didn't give a fuck.
It's too many carbs.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be real. Beer is bread in liquid form. It has way too many carbs.
Yeah.
It's legit like water and yeast and salt and sugar and
what else happened?
maybe not salt.
We had 2 cruiserweight matches.
As per usual.
One of them was Tony Nese defeating Cedric Alexander in his hometown.
Yeah, we were in Charlotte. Charlotta. And
North Carolina.
Cedric lost, which was a bit of a surprise.
And it was a gnarly, like, the pump handle powerbomb that he got was fucking... It looked like he got dropped on the back of his head. It was...
Yeah, it was a rough landing.
Yeah, it wasn't the best one Tony Nese has done.
Up to Tony Nese standards, in
No.
my opinion. But it got the job done.
And it was after a distraction from Drew Gulak.
Iron Chef Drew Gulak.
And then we also had Rich Swann, who
Who's got a match this weekend. Gets juke joint Lucas Calhoun.
Yeah.
Check that out in the video we did before this one.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Rich Swann, who has a match tonight, technically, when this goes up, where he'll be facing Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick.
For the WWE Cruiserweight
Thank
Championship.
you very much.
But first he'd have to face and defeat Noam Dar, even though Noam Dar beat the fuck out of him for most of the match. But then a rich kick out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say Noam Dar beat the shit out of him for most of the match. But man, did he trip him to shit.
Yeah, kicking his leg out, like hanging him up on the bottom rope.
That was inventive.
Yeah.
Come on, Noam Dar.
And then
do some stuff with what I newly discovered is your weird Christopher Daniels-esque body.
Yeah, Noam Dar ends up losing. Then Rich Swann talks some shit to Brian Kendrick, saying that he's already inside Brian Kendrick's head because he started to beat him twice. And beat him for a third time on 205 Live.
What? Because you
can't handle
rocks.
this.
Oh.
You can't handle it. Yeah, no, and we came to the realization that Rich Swann is just a ratty version of Kofi Kingston. And if you switch their places, you wouldn't even notice.
You just wonder why Kofi's shorter than usual.
Speaking of Kofi Kingston,
hey, segue.
The New Day defended the tag team titles against the Club. Give you two guesses. Give you two guesses how this one went.
It was an O'Connor roll that got reversed, and then they used the tights.
It's like you watched it.
Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I was sleeping with my eyes open.
And now it's only 15, 16, or 17 days until the New Day breaks the record held by Demolition. How many days?
That was my favorite inconsistency in Raw history.
Like, the commentators couldn't decide whether it was 15 or 16.
So, at the beginning of the show, like towards the beginning of the show, the graphic came up. And Michael Cole said, 15 days. Then we come back from a commercial break, and we're at the spot where you see all three commentators standing up facing the camera.
Yeah.
And Byron says 16 days.
Corey was the only one that wasn't wrong because he didn't say it.
And then New Day, cutting their promo pre-match,
and Xavier Woods
says 17 days.
So,
all we know is 28 days later, Cesaro and Sheamus are going to win.
We'll just say, in a little over 2 weeks, the New Day will demolish the tag team record held by Demolition.
They're going to, like, smash it.
With an axe.
Nope.
Damn it.
They're just going to axe it a little bit, too.
They're going to axe it a question. We had Paul Heyman address the Goldberg thing.
He cried a little bit, which was awkward.
And then said that we're going to see a side of Brock Lesnar we've never seen before. We've seen this motherfucker rip doors off of cars and hurl it into the audience. What part of Brock Lesnar have we not seen yet?
The sensitive emo side.
Oh my god. If I see Brock Lesnar with eyeliner, I'm going to lose my shit.
No, you know what you're going to see? Brock Lesnar's not going to shave between now and the Rumble. He's going to come out with that weird lumberjacky fucking beard he has sometimes.
He's going to look like a jacked version of Alexander Wolf.
Something like that.
Just like that.
Have you've seen Brock Lesnar with a beard before, right?
Yeah.
It is weird looking.
One of his hunting videos or whatnot. He has
it's
fuck all
weird looking.
It is. It's not natural. It's very strange.
That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna show up completely bearded and like a dress. Probably not.
One of Sable's dresses.
They have about the same bust size, so.
Alright, this was my favorite bit because I'm really interested where this is going to go. Is first off, we had Braun Strowman completely destroy R-Truth.
Yeah.
Like, no fucking joke about it.
R-Truth started out swinging. Braun actually like freaked out for a second.
He's like, this one punches back.
He's like, oh god, offense, what is this?
Yeah. But then, he does the
He's
big...
like, they promised me the only offense anyone would ever get on me would be a Survivor Series.
He does the big power slam, puts away R-Truth. Goldust tries to get in his face. Goldust also just starts swinging on him. Yeah, and then Goldust ends up getting choked out. and then he gets dropped because Sami Zayn comes out, and then Sami Zayn starts to do a little bit, and then he gets fucked up, and then he gets
rescued.
Yeah. He gets put up in the Tree of Woe, so we're like back to where we were last week, and the referees come down, and Mick Foley comes out and says,
We're never going to get to find out what Braun Strowman's plan is.
Here's the thing, Braun has a signal. He sets him up, and he walks over to the other ring, or other side of the ring, and there's something that he does that signals, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, please come stop this. And Mick is the only one that knows what it is. So...
Mick is the only person that's ever seen this move, and he's like, this move would end Sami Zayn's career. I can't... It's just Braun sprints at full speed and then does the fucking Triple H knee right into Sami Zayn's dick.
Oh god, and Sami Zayn explodes.
His head would just pop right off.
But no, okay, so they get Braun out of the ring.
He become pixelated.
We get Braun out of the ring, we come back from commercial, and Sami is actually pissed off at Mick Foley.
Yeah.
And Foley is like, hey, I gave you the match last week. It was the only way I could keep Stephanie from firing you, and then it got out of hand, and so I stopped it, and I'm doing it to protect you. And then Sami gets really defensive, like, wait a sec, I'm being protected by the guy who goes out and just destroys himself for the love of the fans. And he goes on this whole thing where he's like, you're taking away these opportunities from me that are pretty much what made you famous. And he calls him a hypocrite, saying that you went out and did all this stuff, but you're not allowing me to do it.
Yeah, this is like the diet version of really what they were trying to do with
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. When now got completely obliterated from YouTube. And any social media site whatsoever.
Oh, you can't find it whatsoever, huh?
Oh, not at all. WWE erased existence that this ever happened.
Dean Ambrose didn't exist until The Shield.
And the whole thing is Dean Ambrose has a Twitter. He doesn't fucking post anything.
Yeah.
They made him get a Twitter because they wanted him to do this.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And that's literally what his fucking Twitter thing says is they made me get one. But yeah, it's the whole thing is Foley trying to stop him from being him because Foley's like, oh well, I don't want you to turn out like me. I can hardly walk and yada 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 yada. Sure, I have the fans' approval, but man, I wish I could be healthy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very intrigued where that one's gonna go.
Sami Zayn is gonna go into Roadblock to face the debuting Noelle Foley, who is coming to her daddy's defense. With Frank the Clown in her corner.
Book it. Alright.
Book it! Yeah.
Sucker!
King Book It!
King Book It. Alright.
That's gonna be my new fucking Twitter handle. @King Book It.
I'm sure it's already taken.
Probably. Is that you, Gabe? No, you're Bucket _ Gabe.
Yeah, Bucket Gabe. Okay, so then we had
So I like how I just casually shouted it out like I know Gabe Sapolsky.
Yeah, you totally do.
Absolutely, I've met him minus half a time.
All right, so we opened the show with a highlight reel type of situation.
Two arcing storylines tonight on Raw.
Yeah,
two of them that do that motion.
One of the.
Here's the first one.
Yeah.
Highlight reel.
Start with the highlight reel, which is Canadians making fun of Americans.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is the guest.
Yeah. And then they start talking trash about Seth Rollins. So then Roman Reigns comes out.
Because it makes sense.
And then
they talk about the fact that each other are jokes.
Yeah.
And then Jericho gets all pissy.
Yeah.
And he starts to set up for Roman. Oops, drop thing. Starts to set up for to put Roman on the list.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Owens yells at him to shut up.
Yeah. And this is after he said that he doesn't need Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
So Jericho's already got this weirded out wait, what's going on here? And then he tells him to shut up and won't let him write on the list. And then Roman's like, well, if you don't need Chris Jericho, then why don't you face me tonight? And if I beat you, then I'll get an opportunity at the Universal Championship at Roadblock. And Kevin's like, all right, fine, you're an asshole. I'm going to give you the match. And then afterwards, Jericho said he was going to leave and because Kevin Owens didn't need him and Mick Foley didn't have to ban him from ringside. And then Jericho tried to leave and he got attacked by Seth Rollins.
The best part of the whole beginning segment was the fact that it was revealed that it wasn't Chris Jericho in a Sin Cara mask who attacked Seth the last week on Raw. It was actually Sin Cara, who underneath his regular mask was wearing a Chris Jericho mask.
Which was just spot on.
It was like the ones they use in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Made by the same effects companies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Jericho trying to leave was my favorite part of this whole arc here. He was yelling at the driver to open the door, and then when the driver opened the door, he knocked the list out of his hand, and then the driver ran away, and then what we thought was the driver saying, "Oh, did I make the list?" And Jericho went to go, "Yeah, you made the." Oh shit! It's Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and Jericho goes to, for some reason, just like do a semicircle around the back of the car. And Seth just dives through the open door and comes out the other side and beats up Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and then they tried real hard to make this car spot work, and it didn't really.
No, they threw each other on like cars and like into cars.
Seth Rollins with the fucking guardrail.
Yeah, he threw Jericho up onto the back of this car, and then he picks up the guardrail and makes like he's gonna huck it on Jericho. But, like, he waits until Jericho's already off the car before he just throws it anyways. And it's just like, fuck, you just maliciously attacked that person's car for no reason. And then Jericho wasn't even on that thing anymore.
And then Seth tries to do the pedigree in, like...
Between two parked cars.
A 2-foot space between two cars. And that's not going to happen because Jericho's
going to do the floppiest fucking backdrop.
To get Seth kind of on top of the car, and then
barely.
And then Jericho gets up and ends up just getting pedigreed on the top of the car.
Yeah, what the fuck was Jericho? Why did Jericho start climbing the car?
Yeah, no, I would have just ran away, got my limo, and went the fuck away.
Yeah.
I don't know. He takes guardrail violence against cars very personally.
I don't know. It was
weird.
It was great.
Yeah.
The best, like, violent but awkward fight ever.
It was the best bit of awkward violence ever.
I hope it wins the Slammy Award for most mediocre backstage fight of the year.
WTF was that. Yeah, and then that led into Owens losing to Roman Reigns in a match that we didn't pay that much attention to. Because we knew Roman Reigns was going to win.
Sorry, Roman.
We knew this match was going to happen like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So we didn't really care.
Neither did the cat.
No. But then, the big thing, because we were in Charlotte...
Well, also, they did the backstage thing with Kevin Owens after the match.
Oh, yeah.
Who claims that he lost the match because he was thinking about his best friend, Chris Jericho, who was on his way to a medical facility to be treated for the injuries caused by Seth Rollins.
And that Mick Foley should have canceled the match because he knew that Kevin Owens' head wasn't in the right place.
Yeah, so it seems like Kevin Owens is having a change of heart about Chris Jericho, but really, it's just a scapegoat saying it's Chris's fault he lost the match.
Oh, shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Then, because we were in Charlotte, it was
Talk
all
about
about
the
the women's championship because Charlotte took the title back in Sasha's hometown.
Yeah.
So she wanted to prove that she was the dominant champion by beating Sasha in her own hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina. So we started the match halfway through the show, then went to a double countout.
Yeah, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but the referee said 8 twice.
He not only did he count to 8 twice, but the time between the first 7 and 8 was 13 seconds. I know because I counted it. Yeah, no. when Michael Cole's like, referee at a count of 8, Kevin goes, wait, again? It's the longest 10 count ever.
It was basically like a 44 count on the outside.
The entire match was a 10 count. Yeah, so that they double count out. And Charlotte's like, yeah, I'm still champion, and Mick Foley's like, fuck you. That's not how this is going. So you guys go back, take a rest, come back out because we're gonna have a Falls Count Anywhere match. And so we did. That was our main event.
Yeah, no DQ, no count out, false count anywhere. So a hardcore match.
Yeah.
Without calling it hardcore, because if you Google
women
hardcore match, it's not
stuff
WWE.
like stuff like the submission sorority comes up.
God, it's such a cool name. Wish they could have gone with that one.
Damn it, porn. Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah,
I want to take a drink of this apple juice so bad.
So yeah, so we go.
Damn it, porn.
So we go to the end of the show, and like the match is great. It's cool to watch.
No Dana Brooke, because she got kicked in the boob earlier.
Yep. No, apparently that's
the Dana Brooke off button. Boob kick.
No Bailey, because Bailey actually tried to tell Sasha hey.
Sasha was a bit of a bitch.
Luck. Yeah, and Sasha just fucking told Bailey off I don't give a fuck if you like me. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, well no, she's just like, oh, it's not about you, Bailey. Which Bailey never said it was about Bailey.
Yeah.
Let's be real
But then
here.
Sasha made it weird and said it wasn't even about her.
Yeah, which it kind of is, because you're the one fighting for the belt.
Yeah,
no, it's about Ric Flair.
Yeah.
She's dedicating the match
to. Okay, yeah. So then we decide that we're gonna pull back. I don't even remember how long ago it was. It was the summer. I remember it was the summer when Charlotte decided she didn't fucking need Ric Flair anymore.
Yeah, when he was dead to her.
I'm pretty sure that was just before SummerSlam.
Potentially.
If I'm not mistaken. It was while she was feuding with Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
So, whatever the fuck that was. Yeah. So...
Can we bring up the fucking Reed Flair bit then?
No. That shouldn't... No.
No?
No. No. Because we can't mention Paige right now. There's some issues going on.
We're taking care of it. Calm down.
We're sweeping Paige under the rug. She's still with Alberto Del Rio. We're still trying to break her up. Don't worry about it.
Her neck's broken. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not broken anymore, but...
It's fixed.
It takes a while to recover.
Yeah.
She's still wearing a neck brace sometimes.
But yeah, so we're going back to this storyline that Sasha didn't even have anything to do with.
Pretty much. Because they're in Charlotte and they needed a way to get Sasha over.
Yeah. Yeah, the match was fun. It was cool to see them fight each other throughout the entirety. Well, not the entirety, but more than just the ring and the ringside area. They went over to the commentary table.
Yeah, they went up on the stage, fought over there, into the audience.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. And I love the fact that they just take whatever's given to them and just run with it.
Sasha and Charlotte are good at that. They're they are obviously students of the game. They understand. They're like, okay, this is what we've got. Okay, this.
Well, yeah, both of them have family in the Hall of Fame.
What?
Ric Flair and Snoop Dogg.
Oh. Alright. Yeah.
Except both of them have family in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
They obviously come from wrestling pedigree.
Yeah. Yep. Snoop Dogg clotheslined Santino once. And made out with Maria.
God damn it. You lucky prick.
He's Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah, that's true. He had his own fucking line of Girls Gone Wild DVDs.
Really?
Yeah.
Pervert.
Were you never awake until 3 in the fucking morning watching infomercials?
Not for Snoop Dogg's Girls Gone Wild.
Alright. like whatever came on Comedy Central at like 1 a.m.
Okay. So yeah, they fought into the crowd. And then Sasha won.
Yep. What's it called?
With a bank statement through the railing, which is gnarly.
Yeah, when they showed like the weird sideways angle of it, Charlotte looked like a staircase.
Yeah, no,
Like legs, hips, back, head.
Yeah, no, it was definitely.
She looked like a centaur missing its front legs.
It was a gnarly way to
She
win.
looked like a flamingo.
But I'm just.
He's upset because he knows it means that Charlotte's going to win it back in the pay-per-view.
And why? Why are we doing this? Why are we even teasing the idea of a Sasha Banks title run if you're just going to take it away from her in 3 weeks?
'Cause stuff.
And things.
Stuffalophagus.
Like, I want to be so happy because Sasha's a champion.
Then be happy.
Yay.
Rejoice in the moment.
I can't rejoice knowing that in 3 weeks it's just going to be taken away from me.
Rejoice in the now.
No.
If you can't live in the moment, you'll never truly enjoy your life.
I want to live in a moment that I know is going to last more than 3 weeks.
You're setting yourself up for failure.
No, WWE is setting me up for failure. Because I've watched this happen twice now.
They're not setting you up for anything. They're wanting you to bask in this glory right now. They're trying to give you this moment.
Take your moment, shut it.
Yeah, shove it up your ass.
So Raw was good.
I enjoyed it.
It was...
All except for the part where He Who Must Not Be Named came out. And
You brought it up twice!
put his horse face hand all over Mark Henry's arm. And then got shoved to the ground. The hell you doing? That whole part needed subtitles.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.
Click the links down in the description, social medias and such.
There's quite a few links down there.
There's a podcast link so you can listen to this
one,
review.
the one we did before this,
Yeah.
and the two we're going to do after
Yeah,
this.
because that's how that works.
But the ones you're not going to hear are the two we're going to do after those.
Yeah!
Because one is a predictions video
Yes.
for Tulk,
Yes.
and the other one is the top 5 for the month of November, where he's going to tell you who his top 5 wrestlers or
things in
Yeah.
the world of wrestling that impressed me in the month of November.
I hope the list of Jericho is one of them.
Well, maybe.
But those not podcastables, you have to come here, you have to subscribe, you have to check them out on the playlist. And also, you have to check out our other channel.
That's Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's Reasonable with W! Like wrestling.
Where we have all of our extra YouTube year videos.
Yeah.
Unboxings and
Debating,
videos and
rant videos.
angry videos where we make each other do stupid shit.
Yeah, because we lose the pay-per-view wagers. Which, speaking of losing the pay-per-view wagers, you did recently lose Survivor Series.
I'm waiting on you, bro.
So, coming up soon, professional wrestler's going to chop him.
Yeah. But we're going to have another wager because TLC is this Sunday, so we'll do a twofer. Maybe we'll both get something, or I'll just get royally fucked in one video.
Who knows?
We'll find out, but only on Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's Reasonable with a W. Like wrestling.
It's Reasonable with Wrestling.
Like W.
But for now, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
It's reasonable with an easonable, like seasonable.
Scatulus.
Fuck Titus O'Neil.
Fuck this